Over the years and the videos that I've shared with you, I've constantly encouraged you to consider writing a book, or at the very least writing articles and thought leadership pieces that help to position you as an expert. I've had a development in my world and I thought I'd share it with you today just to give you a little insight into the writing process. So you might perhaps know I'm up to book number 8 with Penguin. Number 8 in fact comes out this year, and I've put in my proposal for book number 9. At the moment, what's happening is the editor and I are bouncing emails back and forth with potential titles and trying to refine the title that gets proposed to the rest of the Penguin group. And what happens is in the next couple of weeks, she will then take my synopsis, my proposal, with the headline we agree on and basically fight for it. And we'll see if I get the right to write that one. If that goes ahead, that will be book number 9. In the interim, we're busy editing book number 8, and I thought I'd just share with you the typical nature of that kind of editing and how that goes. So what happens is Penguin contacts an external editor, someone who is uniquely placed or well positioned to edit that type of manuscript. So if you write philosophy, they would send it to someone who specializes in that. I happen to be a business and wealth author, so they've contacted someone who specializes in that kind of material. And I thought what I would do is simply read to you the email that I received to give you an idea of how the process then works. Hi Douglas, and this is after an introduction and we've just kind of met each other and made contact. Here's a sample of the edit in progress. So what he's done here is he sent me a sample of his editing style to see if I like it. Everything has been going smoothly, so I'm on track to pass the full edit to you on Monday the 3rd of February, which will give you 2 weeks to review it. So that's how that works. He's got a deadline to work to, and once he's done, he sends the material to me. I then go through it, and I have a deadline to get it back to him. The two of us kind of bounce it back and forth a little based on our deadlines, our mutual deadlines, and then we send the finished manuscript through to Penguin, who typeset it and send it through from there. He says, as you'll see, most of the edits are in regard to maintaining clarity for readers and implementing a few editorial or grammar conventions. Overall, the tone is presented nicely and feels accessible, and the language is strong. So the proposed edits are really quite straightforward. Of course, if anything isn't, please just let me know. There were some small formatting issues in the original document with things like apostrophes and quotation marks, but they won't cause any trouble. I've changed them for you. And just so you know, the heading levels are being marked with A, B, and C, which are just notes eventually for the typesetter. He goes on to say, for this sample, however, you don't actually need to do anything, as parts of it might be revised by later this month. I simply want to show you what the full edit is going to look like and make sure that you're comfortable with how we handle the queries and revisions in the comments section. So that's a quick and simple insight into the post-writing editing process. It's all based on deadlines, and we work with an external editor. Now, there's something a little weirdly frustrating about the time periods and the durations. I generally have about a year between writing the end and actually seeing the book on a bookshelf. There's something at once frustrating and wonderful about that at the same time. The frustrating part is that it just feels like it takes forever. The wonderful part is when you actually pick your book up and flip through it, it feels new to you. You're actually sufficiently distanced from it that it feels like you're reading it anew. If you have any additional questions or queries about the writing process, I put together an hour-long video in which I answered questions. Check out this link above. Otherwise, here's my challenge to you. What's the title of the book that you could write that would position you as an industry expert? What could you say that would capture the media's attention, that would bring something new to the topic, and that would allow you to write your own unique tales and stories around that information? Writing a book on the topic of your interest can help to position you as an expert.